Okay, so I wanted to show you one of my favorite things in Ableton. Well, there's so many, but this is just one of them. Is that you can take drum loops and it will chop them for you and allow you to play them back. Pretty easy without a lot of stress too. So in your left-hand column, you'll see the search and find your places where you have whatever files you have. So here's some drum loops I have. I'm gonna play them, play a few of them. So I picked this one, Cold Blooded. Okay, let me turn it up. Okay, so that's it playing. Now, instead of dragging it to a file, look, I'm going to do this over again. I'll delete this one. All you have to do is right click on it and slice to new MIDI track. Then it will ask you if you want, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see, if you want to create one slice per transient, which is what I want to do. You can do per bar, you can do all that, but I'm going to do that. Transient. Slicing preset, you can use the built-in preset, or you can use one of these from their drop-down menu. I'm just going to use the built-in, and then it says preserve warp timing. So I'm going to say on, then I'm going to hit OK, and then you'll see here it creates the track, and here if you look inside of this, you can see it slices the MIDI right here. Okay, but what's also cool is it builds this drum kit with the slices. Now if you hold it down, you can see it's right here is loop length. I'm going to turn it to 0. So now it'll one shot basically. And then you can leave the rest of this alone. If you want to do your attack, decay, sustain, you can do that for each one. I feel fine where the slices are. But what's cool is now, instead of using this, I'm just going to delete it. The slices are still there. And then you can go back and set the, not that, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Trying to open the, hold on one second here. There we go. So you can see the slices. Okay, so here's the slices where they sliced it. You can adjust the slice if you need to. You can one-shot them if you want. Or if you think that slice is a little bit off, you can adjust it. Put this on one shot, then adjust. Put this on one shot. One shot this one. Okay, then you can go in and do set your tempo if you want to tap tempo. I'm just going to put a tempo in here. That original one looks like it was 68. So I could do double time if I wanted to, which would have been what, 134. So I'm going to set it at 134. Turn the click on, and then you can record it. I was just messing around, not really doing anything particular, but you can see it's pretty simple to slice up the drums. So that's one of my favorite things. And if you want to select all, then you can do that. Just hit that. loop it out, click there, Command L, loop. That's way off. So you get the point. Just wanted to show you that you can slice up the loops. Let's say you want to randomize these. You could do just the randomization a little bit. Hit randomize. Maybe the same thing here. Delete that note. This one's off. It needs to be like here. Maybe take that one off. This is the worst plan, but you know, it's just the idea of that you can slice. Okay, and then if you wanted to, you can go ahead and put your, you could either draw in your, or play your slices. Hats. So I could either draw them in, or I could just do, and I mean, it's easy to draw in. Obviously, you can just sit there and click them in where you want them. But what I'm gonna do, let's see, I'm gonna see if I can just play it. So you could also duplicate the track if you wanted to, or if you don't, you can just play over it. And I'm just gonna duplicate it and put the hats on a separate track. This is my way of working. You can do it other ways too if you want. But I think the transients, the fact that they do those pretty good, I like that. So go here. Command Z, then just go Command U if you wanted to. And if you want them off a little bit, then just slide them over. Or if not, add in your ghost hats if you want. That one I feel is a little bit off. So I'm gonna just pull it back here. I'm gonna turn the click off now, just because it'll drive me crazy. So anyway, just one of my favorite things. Super easy to get your slices going. The only thing I'll say about this I don't like, when you do this kind of thing, you pretty much are going to have to go through and pick out, like, this method here is amazing for quick chopping of samples. But let's say I'm going to keep most of these samples in here, but I don't want the rest of them because it's just taking up space. I gotta try to, I don't know, I'm sure you can do this, but I don't know how to remove samples, unused samples, if that makes sense. See if there's a way to do that on here. There may be, I just don't know how. But it can get confusing to me. Like if I just keep all these samples the same, then it can get pretty confusing. So yeah, I don't know how to do that. I bet you there's a way to do it. But yeah, I would love to learn that portion of it, just how to remove the samples that I'm not using without having to manually do it. Like if I just click on it, being able to delete the unused samples. I have to figure that out and see if I can show you that the next time. But so far, this is a pretty cool method to the madness. Usually I just drag and drop them into the ones I want. But the fact that I can just, this makes me want to chop a sample more. Usually I don't feel like doing that, but I mean a drum break. I meant that over a sample. But chopping drum breaks, I usually would just be like, all right, I'll just take one shot. But this is kind of cool to have this. So anyway, just one extra thing I like about Ableton. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm out.